Your brain is constantly flooded with information. Every second, millions of data points from your senses pour in. You see countless objects. You hear a symphony of sounds. You feel the texture of your clothes. You feel the temperature of the air. It is impossible to consciously process all of this. Your brain would overload in an instant. To manage this deluge, it relies on a sophisticated filtering system. A key part of this system is a network of neurons at the base of your brain. It is called the reticular activating system, the R.A.S. This system acts as a gatekeeper for your attention. The R.A.S. is not a magical force. It does not manifest your desires out of thin air. Its function is practical and grounded in biology. It is a biological filter that sorts incoming sensory data. It helps your conscious mind decide what to notice and what to ignore. Think of it like the security guard at a busy event. The guard cannot see everyone at once. They scan for a person on the guest list. They scan for a sign of trouble. They scan for a familiar face. Your R.A.S. does something similar, constantly scanning for what's important to you. You've experienced it without realizing. Attention is not a mysterious force that you either have or do not have. It is the output of a simple, predictable equation happening inside your brain. The formula is this: arousal relevance equals attention. To achieve laser focus on any task, you need to manage both components of this equation. If either one is missing, your ability to concentrate will falter. Understanding this model gives you two powerful levers to pull whenever you need to direct your mind. It transforms focus from a passive state into an active skill you can cultivate. Arousal is the first part of the equation. It refers to your level of alertness and physiological readiness. Think of it as your brain's energy level. When you wake up after a full night of sleep, your arousal is naturally high. You feel alert, awake, and ready to engage with the world. Tired, sick, drowsy. In this state, even the most important task can feel impossible to focus on. Your R.A.S. is directly involved in regulating this state of wakefulness. It helps bring your brain online in the morning and keeps it running throughout the day. Without sufficient arousal, the gate to attention remains closed. Relevance is the second, equally crucial part of the equation. This is where you tell your R.A.S. what to look for. Relevance is the tag your brain assigns to information, signifying its importance to your goals' needs survival. Your brain does not assign relevance randomly. It uses a set of primal built-in filters to quickly decide what is worth your attention. These filters act like highlighters, drawing your focus towards specific types of information. By understanding these four main filters, survival, reward, novelty, identity, you can learn to frame your goals in a language your R.A.S. understands. Connect your desired focus to one or more of these categories, and you dramatically increase the chances your brain will flag it as important. The first and most powerful filter is survival. Your brain is wired to keep you safe. Potential threats get immediate attention. A sudden loud noise makes you jump, or why the smell of smoke instantly grabs your focus. This filter responds to urgency and negative consequences. A looming deadline for an important project triggers this filter. The thought, "If I do not finish this presentation, my boss will be angry," is a survival-based signal. While you should not live in a state of constant fear, you can use this filter strategically by clearly defining the negative costs of inaction. The second filter is reward. Your brain is designed to seek pleasure and gain. It pays close attention to anything that promises a positive outcome, whether it is food, money, social approval, the satisfaction of completing a task. The third filter is novelty. Your brain is drawn to things that are new, different, surprising. This is a remnant of our evolutionary past, where a new sight or sound could mean opportunity or threat. That's why a new email notification distracts you, or a trending news story pulls you in. It's new information. Use novelty by adding variety into your routines, or by looking for a fresh angle on a familiar problem. Ask, what is one new way I could approach this task? It can make a dull job feel like a novel puzzle to solve. Finally, the fourth filter is identity. Your brain notices information that aligns with who you believe you are. We scan the world for evidence supporting our beliefs about ourselves. If you see yourself as a reader, you will notice bookstores and articles about new books. If you identify as an athlete, you will spot opportunities to be active. To use this filter, Tie your desired habits to your identity. Do not just try to write. Decide to be a writer. Each time you sit down to write, you are casting a vote for that identity, telling your R.A.S. that anything related to writing is highly relevant to you. Training your R.A.S. is not a one-time event. It is a continuous process. You can manage this with a simple 4-step loop: signal, select, sustain, store. Think of this as a daily operating system for your attention. By moving through these 4 stages each day, you create a reliable structure for focus. Tell your brain what is important. Protect your attention from distraction. Maintain concentration over time. Reinforce what you have learned. It turns an abstract goal into a concrete practice. The first step is signal. Tell your brain what to focus on. Your R.A.S. responds to the questions you ask. If your first thought is stress, you signal your brain to look for problems. Instead, set a clear, positive intention each morning. Use 1 to 3 prime questions. Ask, what is the one thing that will make today a success? Ask, where is the biggest opportunity for me today? Write those questions down. Say them aloud. This declaration primes your R.A.S. to scan for answers. The second step is select. Protect the signal from competing noise. Your R.A.S. gets confused with dozens of conflicting signals. The modern world creates false priorities via notifications. Eliminate distractions before a focus block. Put your phone in another room. Close unnecessary tabs. Clear your desk of clutter. Each distraction removed helps your R.A.S. lock on. The third step is sustain. Attention ebbs and flows. Concentration has a limited duration. Powering through for hours leads to burnout. Work in focused bursts and take deliberate breaks. This is the Pomodoro principle. Work 25-50 minutes. Take a 3-8-minute reset. During breaks, don't check email or social media. Instead, stand up, stretch, get a glass of water, do 1 minute of deep breathing. Short breaks recharge your brain and restore focus. The fourth and final step is store. Reinforce focus habits to make them automatic. Your brain learns from experience and emotion. At the end of your day, take 2 minutes to review. Ask, what did I notice today that moved me forward? Ask, what was one small win I had? Write a single sentence. This reflection attaches reward and signals value to your R.A.S. Over time, the loop closes, and your brain prioritizes similar tasks. Section 5. Simple exercises to feel your R.A.S. at work. The concepts of the R.A.S. and attention filters can feel abstract. The best way to understand them is to experience them directly. You can do this with a few simple exercises that take less than 2 minutes. These quick drills are practical tools you can use anytime to reset or direct focus. Try the spotlight flip exercise right now. First, decide on a color. Let's choose red. For 30 seconds, look around and mentally tag every object that is red. Scan deliberately, let your eyes hunt for that color. Notice the book spine. Notice the logo on a coffee mug. Notice the small light on an electronic device. Now, close your eyes. With eyes closed, try to recall all the objects that were blue. You will likely find it very difficult. This is your R.A.S. in action. It followed your instruction to filter for red. Next, use the Tag Your Goal exercise. Take out a piece of paper or a note card. At the top, write one important goal for this week. Example, finish the quarterly report. Example, go to the gym 3 times. Below the goal, write the 4 filter categories: survival, reward, novelty, identity. Spend 2 minutes writing a 1-sentence answer for each. Survival. If I don't do this, what is the negative consequence? Reward. What specific benefit will I feel this week if I do this? Novelty. What new approach can I try? Identity. What kind of person am I becoming by doing this? This attaches layers of relevance to your goal, making it harder for your brain to ignore. Section 6. The enemy of focus. Taming distraction with small habits. Distraction is the primary enemy of focus. In the battle for your attention, distraction often has the upper hand. It's engineered to target your brain's filters. A notification on your phone provides novelty. A social media feed offers potential social rewards. A breaking news alert triggers your survival instinct. These signals are immediate and emotionally charged. They are also easy to engage with. To overcome distraction, you cannot rely on willpower alone. Build a system of small habits so focus becomes the path of least resistance. Make distraction more difficult. Add friction between you and the distracting habit. The more friction, the less likely you are to engage. Shape your environment for success. If your phone is your biggest distraction, don't leave it on your desk. Put it in another room. If you browse mindlessly, use a browser extension to block distracting sites during focus blocks. The goal: make the first step toward distraction require more effort. That small friction often keeps you on task. Make your desired task easier to start. Initial inertia sends us searching for distraction. Use the 2-minute gate rule. Commit to just 2 minutes when procrastinating. Want to write a report? Open the document and write 1 sentence. Need to go for a run? Put on your running shoes. The goal isn't to finish, just to start. Starting signals your R.A.S. that the activity is relevant. You can have the best focus strategies in the world, but they will fail if your biological foundation is weak. Your brain's ability to regulate attention is directly tied to your physical state. Think of your R.A.S. and your entire attention system as a high-performance engine. The best driving techniques won't help if the engine has no fuel or if parts are worn out. Sleep, light, movement, nutrition are the fuel and maintenance for your brain. Getting these fundamentals right is not optional. It's the prerequisite for sustained focus. Sleep is the single most important factor for maintaining your ability to focus. During sleep, your brain clears out metabolic waste. It consolidates memories. It restores neurochemical balance for alertness. When you're sleep deprived, your arousal level plummets. Your prefrontal cortex struggles to function. Your R.A.S. struggles to maintain wakefulness. Aim for a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. This stabilizes your circadian rhythm and improves attention. Morning light is a powerful signal for your R.A.S. Exposure to natural light shortly after waking sets your internal clock. It suppresses melatonin. It triggers cortisol. Get outside for 10-15 minutes within the first hour of waking. If not possible, sit by a bright window. This small habit gives a strong natural boost to arousal. Your physical state during the day massively impacts concentration. Sitting for long periods lowers arousal and causes fogginess. Short bursts of movement act as a reset for attention. When focus fades, don't push harder. Move. Take a short break to move your body. 10-minute walk. Jumping jacks. Standing up and stretching. These increase blood flow to the brain. They release dopamine and norepinephrine. They elevate arousal. This helps your R.A.S. re-engage with your primary task. What and when you eat and drink matters. A diet high in processed foods and sugar causes energy crashes. Even mild dehydration impairs cognition. Prioritize whole foods. Stay hydrated. Be mindful of caffeine. Caffeine can boost arousal. Delaying your first cup 60-90 minutes after waking can prevent afternoon crashes. It lets your natural cortisol rhythm do its work first. Small adjustments to your biology yield large returns in focus. The principles of managing your R.A.S. are not just for productivity hacks. They are universal tools that can be applied to improve any area of your life. By intentionally directing your attention in your career, your personal growth, your relationships, you can uncover new opportunities, accelerate your learning, and build deeper connections. The underlying mechanism is the same. You are training your brain to notice what matters in different contexts. This transforms focus from a tool for getting things done into a way of experiencing a richer, more meaningful life. In your professional life, you can use your R.A.S. to become an opportunity spotter. Many career breakthroughs come from noticing a small shift in the market, a customer's unmet need, or a new technology before others do. To train your brain for this, you must give it a clear signal. Dedicate a small amount of time each week to a trend review. During this block, actively scan for patterns by asking specific questions like, what problem is my industry failing to solve? What are our most successful customers doing differently? By consistently priming your brain with these questions, your R.A.S. will begin to automatically flag relevant articles, conversations, and data points throughout your week. What you track becomes what you notice. A broad goal, like learn to code, is too vague for your brain to prioritize. It lacks a clear signal. Instead, break it down into small, concrete, project-based targets. Your goal is not to learn Python, but to build a simple web scraper that pulls headlines from one website. This specific, achievable goal gives your R.A.S. a clear target. As you work on it, your brain will start to filter for relevant information, spotting useful tutorials, noticing errors in your code, and identifying the next logical step. Small, tangible wins provide a reward signal that sustains motivation and makes learning feel less like a chore and more like a game. Even your personal relationships can be deepened through the intentional use of attention. Our brains often default to noticing flaws or problems in our interactions with others. We notice when someone is late, but not when they are on time. We notice a critical comment, but not the 10 compliments that came before it. You can consciously shift this filter. Before you have a conversation with your partner, a friend, or a family member, set a small intention. Ask yourself, what is one thing I truly appreciate about this person? I will listen to understand, not just to respond. This simple prime question directs your R.A.S. to scan for moments of connection, acts of kindness, and positive qualities, which you might otherwise have missed. In each of these domains, work, learning, and relationships, the principle remains constant. Your experience is shaped by what you choose to notice. If you do not consciously direct your attention, your brain will default to its primal settings, focusing on threats, distractions, and familiar patterns. By providing your R.A.S. with clear, consistent signals through specific questions, small projects, and deliberate intentions, you can curate your attention. You start to see the world not just as it is, but as a field of opportunities, insights, and connections that are relevant to the life you want to build. As you work to improve your focus, you will likely encounter several common myths about how attention works. These misconceptions can be counterproductive, leading to frustration and a sense of failure. Believing in them is like trying to navigate with a faulty map. By identifying and debunking these myths, you can adopt a more realistic and effective approach to managing your attention. Understanding what the R.A.S. is not is just as important as understanding what it is. This clarity helps you avoid common traps and stick to the simple, proven principles that actually work. The first and most pervasive myth is, if you just think about something enough, it will manifest. This is a popular misinterpretation of the law of attraction. The reality is that your R.A.S. is a relevance filter, not a cosmic ordering service. Thinking about a red car does not magically cause more red cars to appear on the road. It simply tunes your brain to notice the red cars that were already there. Thinking about a goal is a crucial first step. It provides the signal, but it is not enough. You must follow that signal with action. You have to do the work. Make the sales calls, write the code, have the conversation. Your R.A.S. will help you notice opportunities along the way, but it will not do the work for you. Another common myth is that more motivation is the key to better focus. We often believe that if we just wanted it badly enough, we would be able to concentrate. While motivation plays a role, it is often an unreliable and fleeting emotion. A much more effective strategy is to reduce friction and improve your signals. A well-designed environment, the select step, where distractions are removed and the task is easy to start, will beat raw motivation every time. A clear, compelling signal that is tied to your identity is more sustainable than a temporary burst of enthusiasm. Instead of waiting for motivation to strike, focus on building better systems and habits. The motivation will often follow the action. The third myth is that you need to have perfect, unbroken concentration to do deep work. This belief leads to an all-or-nothing mindset. If we get distracted for a moment, we feel as though our entire focus block is ruined, and we might as well give up. The truth is that attention naturally wavers. Your mind will wander. That is normal. The skill is not in never losing focus, but in quickly and gently returning your attention to the task at hand. The short reset breaks in the sustained step are designed for this very reason. It is more productive to work in 4 focused 25-minute blocks with breaks than to attempt one perfect, unbroken 2-hour session and fail. Finally, There is the myth that some people are just bad at focusing. This suggests that attention is a fixed innate trait that you are either born with or not. This is fundamentally untrue. Focus is a skill, and like any skill, it can be trained and improved through consistent practice. Your current ability to focus is simply a result of your current habits and systems. If you consistently expose your brain to distraction and unclear priorities, you will become very skilled at being distracted. If you consistently practice the signal select sustain store loop, signal select sustain store, you will become skilled at focusing. Do not label yourself as unfocused. Instead, focus on improving the small daily actions that shape your attention. Knowledge is useless without action. The best way to begin mastering your focus is to start small and start now. Commit to a simple, repeatable plan. The following short checklist is designed to be used tonight. It takes less than 5 minutes to complete. By preparing for tomorrow tonight, you are sending a clear signal to your brain. This small act of preparation creates momentum. The first item on your checklist is to pick one prime question for tomorrow. Before you go to sleep, take out a sticky note or take out a journal. Think about your most important objective for the following day. Then formulate a single, powerful question that will direct your attention toward it. What is my highest leverage action tomorrow morning? How can I be a better partner tomorrow? Write this question down and place it where you will see it immediately upon waking. For example, put it on your nightstand or stick it to your bathroom mirror. This sets your signal before you are even fully awake. The second item is to prepare your environment. Decide now what your first focus block of tomorrow will be. Then, set up your environment to make it frictionless. The most powerful move you can make is to put your phone in another room before you go to bed. This removes the single biggest source of morning distraction. If your focus block involves your computer, close all unnecessary tabs and applications now. Leave open only the document or program you need. A clean workspace is a signal to your brain that this is a place for focus. The third item is to schedule your focus. Look at your calendar for tomorrow and block out one 25 to 50-minute period for deep work. Treat this appointment with the same respect you would a meeting with your boss. During this block, you will work only on the task you identified. Critically, also schedule the 5-minute reset break that will follow it. Stand up, stretch, get water, look out a window. Planning the break makes it easier to honor the focus block. You are creating a clear structure for your attention. The final item on the checklist is to write one line about today's progress before bed. This is the store step. Look back on the day that is ending and find one small win or one thing you noticed that moved you forward. It does not have to be a monumental achievement. I resisted the urge to check my email for 1 hour. I noticed a new way to phrase the opening of my report. Write this one sentence down in a journal, or type it into a note. This act of recognition reinforces the positive behavior. This 4-step nightly checklist is simple by design. Use it tonight. Pick one prime question for tomorrow. Put your phone in another room for your first focus block. Plan one 25-50-minute block with a 5-minute reset. Write one line about today's progress before bed. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Start with this small, manageable routine. The journey to laser focus is not a giant leap. It is the sum of small, intentional actions repeated daily. Start tonight.